Heading into last night's episode of WWE Raw, it felt like we were watching Sir David Attenborough following a lovely, big, strong, pure orange gazelle going into the hunting grounds of a dark, disturbing, bottom-feeding, dirty trash bag hyena. Yes, this was the biggest test for Becky Lynch so far because those sour lady balls saw another lady getting slightly popular, so she thought to herself, bloody hell, I've got to invite her to Raw. Thankfully, not only were those sour lady balls not able to castrate our lovely, beautiful, big, strong orange gazelle, but that gazelle stomped on her upside the head in one of the greatest moments in recent Raw history. I am Ross Woodall from Cultaholic.com, your Cultaholic heavyweight champion. You're a sexual wank pheasant, and welcome to all the WTF moments from this week's Raw. 2 or maybe perhaps 3 Cultaholic signs at last night's Raw, and yes, your eyes were not deceiving you. That was my massive fat head with love hearts on the eyes. The children, no doubt about it, nightmares last night. Thanks to Sarah for doing that. She did well not to be arrested. Thanks also goes to her father Lloyd for spreading the good name of Cultaholic throughout the WWE universe. And there was also a wank pheasant sign, but since there wasn't a sexual in front of it, I'm not sure that was for me. Now, I saw that Ted Bundy documentary on Netflix over the weekend, and seeing the character of those sour ladyballs being all nice and friendly towards Becky Lynch was eerily reminiscent of the demeanour of Ted Bundy, don't you think? He appeared to be a nice man on the outside, but he really wasn't. Now, I need to make it clear, of course, the character of Lady Balls on WWE television is nowhere near as bad as Ted Bundy. Let's make that abundantly clear. But seeing Lady Balls being nice and friendly, it was a bit distressing, wasn't it? Look at me! I'm Lady Balls. I like Becky Lynch just like you fans do. I'm one of you, Lady Balls was saying. It's like dressing a falcon in a suit and trying to pass it off as a dustbin or something. And then we have Lady Balls asking if Becky Lynch was okay because she was gingerly getting on the ropes. What you on about, man, Steph? She's always gingerly getting on the ropes. Look at her bonnet. Oh my tits, a big apology is due from me because I missed this at the Royal Rumble of 2019, and I know fine well you're sitting there going, Ross, how the hell could you have missed this at the Royal Rumble of 2019? Well, let me tell you, when you watch 7 hours of professional wrestling pissed and then watch the same 7 hours when you're hungover straight after, it's really hard. But Becky Lynch, she had no idea which knee of hers was hurt at the Royal Rumble last Sunday, and then last night on WWE Raw, WWE shined a massive big light down on this fact and pointed out the mistake once again. But there is an epidemic breaking out in WWE today that all stems from that interview Lady Balls did last year where she said that WWE could be as big as Disney. But this is the second time the company have had one of their ladies go all Mickey Mouse because they should have been selling Disney instead of Disney. Ha ha! What would Lady Balls know about struggle, Becky? What about that time her own father had her kidnapped by a really big and naughty wizard, almost forcing her to go into a satanic marriage? It's really stupid, but it's true. What about that time her own father nearly beheaded her with a lead pipe live on pay-per-view? Or that time when she grew up next to a really unbearable, sweaty brother? Now, Becky, I hate those sour Lady Balls just as much as the next person, but the struggles in her life, they've been real AF. Lady Balls down and out again. Lady Balls allowing one of her subordinates to get one over her once again. I've got to tell you, as glorious as that sight is there, it's almost not a WTF moment anymore because of how regularly it happens when Lady Balls turns up on WWE TV today. Oh no, it always will be because WWE, you've got a lot of making up to do for the utter bollocks that was Stephanie McMahon crapping on everybody she shared a screen with from 2010 through to 2016/17, okay? Stay home and rest up until WrestleMania so then you can finally receive the beating your moping woe is me ass won't find some new reason to lament about. Suffering succotash pals, who the piss writes that bollocks. And how does Ronda remember all the bollocks? And next up we have Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey calling herself a professional when in comparison to Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch twatting Lady Balls upside the head. Now remember me if I'm correct, Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey, go back 12 months and weren't you doing the exact same thing, you prick? Lady Balls got it in the face, Triple H got it in the face through a table, I think Kurt Angle might have got it, referee, security guards, nothing was off the table when you were concerned, Ronda. The only reason I loved you in the first place is because you told Lady Balls where to go, and now you're having to go at Becky Lynch for doing the same thing. So I know you all missed it. I certainly missed it the first time round, but let me tell you that Ronda Rousey ended that really weird Shakespearean blah 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 thing with ice and Advil bitch something she had to clarify on the Twitter because nobody understood what she was saying. Ice is ice and Advil is some sort of pain relief thing. So Ronda Rousey was saying to Becky Lynch, Becky, you rest up and recuperate, you bitch! Why so aggressive at the end for such a caring message, Ronda? I really believe that Liv Morgan is one of the most underappreciated wrestlers in WWE today. She only wrestles a little bit on TV every single week, but when she does something really impressive. So good on her. But was anybody else wondering what the hell the commentary team had been smoking when they were talking about Liv Morgan of all people potentially defeating Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey and then going on to main event WrestleMania against Becky Lynch? Liv Morgan and the Riot Squad have lost what feels like every single match since they've been promoted to the main roster in the back end of 2017, whereas Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey hasn't been pinned or submitted in an entire year in WWE. How man. So we've just seen Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey single-handedly dismantle both Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, and then we have Mrs. Roboto with the goal to walk up to Ruby Riott and say, Ruby, why are you running away from Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey? Well, why don't you get in there with her, Mrs. Roboto? I'm sure Ronda will show you why. And then we have this point. Why the hell are all the backstage interviewers big arseholes all of a sudden? Now we've got Charlie Caruso swooping in there right to Sasha Banks and Bayley's faces saying, how lasses, your losses to Ronda Rousey last week, they're failures. And it wasn't just what she said either, it was the way that bitch said it. Am I missing something here? Did Mrs. Roboto and Charlie Caruso enjoy decades of destruction in New Japan Pro Wrestling or something?
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Lindsay's athleticism is me out of this world.
Kill! Murder! Kill! Kill! What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch, Renee says to Heavy Machinery. I think Heavy Machinery would rather eat their chickens than count them, Corey replies. They eat steaks, Graves. Renee replies to that. What about chicken steaks, Renee? Let me tell you this information here. It's an extremely tender cut, the second most tender cut after the tenderloin. Apparently, there's a very buttery flavour. Base, a buttery biscuit base, you bastard. And next up we have Zack Ryder rightfully having a go at Kevin Dunn and his little beaver pals for getting his name wrong on last week's episode of WWE Raw. But in the process, Zack got their incorrect spelling spelt wrong himself. First of all, WWE, shame on you for trying to make that error part of a storyline. And second, Zack, you don't help yourself, do you, pal? He missed off an eye, everybody. Kurt Angle's there saying, my career has gone by the three I's: intensity, integrity, and intelligence. Where's the interracial, Kurt? Come on, man, Kurt, you're not that old, for Christ's sake. You can't be getting about the fourth eye, the most important eye, the eye that gave you your son, Jason Jordan, who's still alive, by the way. He is, really. Not that Kurt would care by the looks of things. What a bad dad. Let's get sexy. Where's the apostrophe, pal? Let me tell you, the incorrect grammar, that's not sexy at all. No, it ain't. So Kurt Angle's standing there in the middle of the ring, forgetting about Jason Jordan and barefaced lying. He gave the superstars an opportunity to settle their differences in the ring, apparently. Unless, of course, the Bayley or Sasha Banks, who were sent to counselling because they're women. What other reason could there be? We've seen Braun Strowman try to murder his opponent right in the face time and time again. Did he get sent to counselling for 10 minutes of thigh-slapping hilarity with Dr. Shelby? Did he bollocks? Mago. Michael Cole reckons the Universal Championship match will be the main event of WrestleMania. In the words of the legendary Michael Gary Scott, Michael Cole, Mago, you ignorant slut. It's Becky and Ronda, innit? Yeah?
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Sasha and Bayley have to earn their spot in the chamber, just like everybody else, according to Corey Graves. Or you could just do what the lasses do on SmackDown Live under the tutelage of Colonel McSweatybollocks and not earn it at all. Earning things is for numpties. Pass it on. Road Dogg is 49 years of age. What the hell is the problem with 49-year-olds in WWE today thinking they're something that they're clearly not? Road Doggy Dog, this isn't 1999, and that goes for you too, Colonel McSweatybollocks. I cannot get him out of my mind. And then Road Doggy Dog claims that D-Generation X proudly brings to you one half of its tag team champions of the world, the Road Dogg Jesse James. Once again, Road Dogg, this isn't 1999 or 2014. Can somebody check this man's head, please? He's got no Scooby-Doo where he is. That's not Double J Jeff Jarrett, that's the chosen one. Wow! And before you say that's too pernickety, the attires, I know he wore it just before he went to WCW, but that's not Double J, was it? That's misogynist Jeff Jarrett. It's a very different character. It's a very valid point, all right, Slabby.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
So according to Corey Graves, in the world of professional wrestling, Jeff Jarrett made the guitar famous. Honky Tonk Man, pal. Heard of him? He's got long sideburns and his hair slipped back and he'll come to your town in his pink Cadillac. He's an old man. Did that guitar there come from the world of UFC or something? That's not a professional wrestling guitar. As we all know, when a professional wrestling guitar touches anything, it explodes. That one there, it didn't even budge when it made contact with the back of Elias, and I reckon one thing's happened here. Jeff Jarrett, Double J, had the choice of two guitars. One was gimmicked, one wasn't, and he picked up the wrong one. Slap nuts. They can broadcast a Ric Flair birthday bash on primetime television? I can beat Brock Lesnar here, there and everywhere, Big Bobby Lashley says, but Finn Balor, you don't deserve to be ringing me. Now, Big Bob, what you and your boy Finn Balor do in your spare time is your business. What the hell is your long phone calls deep into your night to your boy Finn Balor got to do with you beating your boy Finn Balor's ass? Don't answer that. Wrong choice of words. Finn's Wang. Another week of EC3 being a massive mute. I know everybody, let's get this really charismatic, great talking, entertaining son of a gun and have him stand there and say nothing, stopping him doing from the thing that makes him so great. Is the payoff to this really going to be EC3 saying his first word despite the fact he said many words in the past and the fact he's 35 years of age, WWE? I hope not. And Alexa Bliss, don't think you're getting away with it, pal. You're engaged to Buddy Bloody Murphy. Buddy Bloody Murphy. Don't go flirting with EC3 and talking about his massive bank account. Think about Larry Steve, man. Aye. What did happen to EC's 1 and 2? We've never been told this, Dean, and now you've brought it up. I really want to know. And by the way, Dean, my sacrifice, an absolute tune, pal. Capital CH.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
EC3 got lucky against Dean Ambrose. That might not be the only time he gets lucky tonight. How very dare you. Alexa's engaged to Buddy Bloody Murphy, Corey. Forget about the flirting with EC3. Forget about the massive bank account. Think about Larry Steve and the kids, will you?
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
You can't compete on legacy. That's why
Joe Namath
no longer competes in the NFL anymore. Aye, Corey, you go and tell that to Undertaker and Kane and Kurt Angle and Road Dogg. And so as we all know in the professional wrestling game, it's okay to make contact while breaking up a pin in a tag team match. It's okay to make contact while attacking the partner on the apron during a tag team match. But Braun Strowman comes in there, makes contact with a legal man and doesn't even get a 5 count before being disqualified. Has that referee seen professional wrestling before? No. That's it for the WTF Moments from this week's Raw. I've been Ross Twiddell from Cultaholic.com. You have been a sexual wank faisan, and I thought this week's Raw was just okay. That's the analysis you came for, I know, but you know, when you're Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion, of course, you don't have to do your job properly. What am I saying? Bye. You can follow me on Twitter at Ross on Wrestling, pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic, but most importantly of all, subscribe to this channel and follow us everywhere we have the social media ting.